Hello kid. Well, let me ask you something. Can you live in a house like this? Do you think this house is complete or incomplete? Well, let me tell you. This house is not complete because it does not have a roof. Similarly, if you see in this house, this also does not have a roof. So, we cannot live in an incomplete house. Now look over here. What do you think? Can you stay in this? Of course you can, because this is a complete house. It has got all the essential parts that are required to be in the house, like the roof, the walls, the windows, everything is complete. So you can stay in a complete house, but you cannot stay in an incomplete house. Similarly, if you look at a flower, this also has got some parts like the house. So let's see what are the parts in a flower. First, we have got the green leaf-like structure, which is known as the calyx. Then we have got the colorful part of the flower, which is known as corolla. Then we have got the male reproductive part, which is known as the androecium. And finally, we have got the female reproductive part known as gynoecium. So what are the different parts of a flower? Calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. So all of these four parts of a flower, the calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, are known as whorls of the flower. Now look over here. This is a flower. How many parts does it have? It has got calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. So this flower has got all the four whorls. But look over here. In all of these four flowers, do you think they have got all the parts of a flower? Let's see. See, this flower is a complete flower because it has got all the four whorls, the calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. But if you look over here, in the first flower, there is no androecium. There are only three parts, calyx, corolla and gynoecium. The next flower doesn't have gynoecium. Over here as well, the flower has three parts, the calyx, corolla, androecium, but no gynoecium. Now, if you look over here in the third flower, there are also three parts, but there is no corolla. So what are the parts present? Calyx, androecium, gynoecium. And finally, in the fourth flower, we see there is no calyx. So what are the three parts present? The corolla, androecium and gynoecium. So if you see over here, this flower has got all the four whorls, whereas in all of these four flowers, there are three whorls and one missing. So absence of flower parts is known as incomplete flower. So all of these flowers are incomplete flower because one whorl is missing. So these are incomplete flowers, whereas this one is a complete flower because it has all the four whorls. So what are the examples of complete flower? See, China rose and lily. If you see in these flowers, they have calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. So they have all the four parts of a flower. So China rose and lily are complete flower. look over here. Both of these flowers are of squash blossom, but there is a difference. Can you see? In the first flower we see there is no gynoecium, that is no female reproductive part, and in this flower we see there is no androecium, that is no male reproductive part. Another example is the papaya plant. These two flowers are also from the papaya plant, but in this flower we see there is no gynoecium, and in the second flower we have seen there is no androecium. So in all of these flowers one reproductive part is missing. Either they don't have androecium or gynoecium. So these kind of flowers are known as incomplete flower. So what is an incomplete flower? A flower which has got one word missing. Like over here there is no gynoecium, no androecium. No gynoecium and no androecium. So squash blossom and papaya are the examples of incomplete flower. So I have a question for you. What kind of flower is this? Look over here. This is a flower. So what kind of flower is this? Is it option 1 complete or option 2 incomplete? Let me tell you. A flower which has all the 4 whorls is known as a complete flower. Look in the picture. How many whorls are there? 1, 2 and 3. So, one whorl is missing. So, this is not a complete flower. Complete is a wrong option. So, the correct option is incomplete flower because one of the whorl is missing in the flower. Now, look over here in this flower. It does not have an androecium or gynoecium. Now, we know androecium and gynoecium are the reproductive parts. So, what will happen if this flower does not have any androecium or gynoecium? Well, then we will not get any plant from this flower because it does not have any reproductive part. So, just like in the house we saw there are some essential parts, similarly in the flower as well there are some essential whorls. So, what are the essential parts? Androecium or gynoecium, because without androecium or gynoecium, which are the reproductive parts, we will not be able to get the plants. So, these are the essential parts of a flower. Now, if you see these two flowers, this flower doesn't have corolla and this flower doesn't have calyx. See, neither calyx nor corolla. So, calyx and corolla are the non-reproductive parts. Even if a flower does not have calyx or corolla, still the flower can give you a plant. So, if a flower has androecium and gynoecium, they can give a plant. So, calyx and corolla are known as the non-essential parts because without them as well, we can get plants from flowers. So, my dear kid, now you have understood that a flower has 4 whorls: the calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. And which are the essential parts? Well, the essential parts are the reproductive parts, that is androecium, the male reproductive part, and gynoecium, the female reproductive part, without which we cannot get new plants. And there are some non-essential parts, that is the calyx and the corolla.